Domo domo, what is up everybody? This is official Jujutsu Kaisen Translator Steady here. Thank you very much for coming back for another edition of Manga Shokai. Manga, as you know, the word manga and shokai meaning to introduce or to show. Show and tell, manga show and tell basically. Number of these videos up on my channel, so if you're interested in other series that you may or may not have heard of, definitely take a look. But today, we are taking a look at a series called JIGOKURAKU in Japanese. JIGOKURAKU translated into English as Hell's Paradise. Awesome naming by the translator. His name is Caleb Cook. You might know him if you follow him on Twitter as the translator of My Hero Academia, Dr. Stone, World Trigger. He also does the new Ruby series. And of course, JIGOKURAKU Hell's Paradise. But let's start out by showing you the book itself. The manga is well into, I believe, 6 or 7 volumes in Japanese already. But recently they came out with volume 1 in English. And man, I love the design. Here it is. Let's do the countdown. 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1. Boom! Look at that. It is just so beautiful, man. With the pinks and they did blues. They did a great rendition of the original Japanese volume. Even the kind of the logo here, the title. Now this is part of the Viz signature from Viz Media, so it's a little bit bigger than your traditional US version of a graphic novel or Japanese tankobon. And it is slightly more expensive, but it's only $13. And you're getting quite a beautiful copy of the manga. But design aside, I've got to talk about the series itself. Now, the series, this is definitely one of those series that it's kind of a mistake talking about. It's hard to talk about because the more you talk about it, the more it reveals, which is half the fun when it comes to Hell's Paradise. To give you kind of an idea of what I'm talking about, I describe Hell's Paradise as a mixture of Lost, the TV series Lost, along with Hunger Games, ninjas and samurai, and just kind of supernatural powers and martial arts. So maybe something along the lines of like Baki or something like that. So just kind of based on that, you can get kind of an idea of what an interesting series this is, right? It's definitely, I would categorize it as kind of an action thriller. There definitely is some mystery elements to it. And it's just such a amazing concept. To kind of give you a brief synopsis, I'm going to just go ahead and read the back synopsis here. There it is. I knew it was going to happen sooner or later.
One eternity later.
Yeah, that'll have to do for now. But anyways, let's get to reading. Gabimaru the Hollow, this guy, is one of the most vicious assassins ever to come out of the ninja village of Iwagakure. Take 3. Anyone? Alright, hopefully that'll hold up. Let me try that again. Gabimaru the Hollow is one of the most vicious assassins ever to come out of the ninja village of Iwagakure. He's ruthlessly efficient, but a betrayal results in him being handed a death sentence. He has only one hope. In order to earn his freedom, he must travel to a long-hidden island and recover an elixir that will make the shogun immortal. So, their idea of the elixir of life. Failure is not an option. On this island, heaven and hell are just a hair's breadth away. That's awesome. It kind of gives you an idea of what to expect. So the concept is that Gabimaru the Hollow is the main character. He's kind of defected from this Iwagakure famous ninja village. And he's handed the death sentence, but he's kind of given a second lease on life, so to speak, by going to this island along with many other eccentric characters, kind of criminals with special powers, samurai. There are other ninjas, people with like poison powers and kind of supernatural powers. It's very cool. Are ordered by the shogunate to go to this island to find the elixir of life. Now, there's no proof that this elixir even exists, which is kind of part of the mystery, but anyone that the shogunate sends to this island doesn't come back, except for this one case where I don't want to reveal too much, but I want to at least just kind of show you. And I should say that this series is definitely more for kind of a mature audience. It is rated M, so if you're thinking about, oh, that sounds cool, ninjas, mystery, it's not for kids, unless you don't really care about that kind of stuff. But this guy comes back from the island looking like that. So yeah, it can get very graphic. They're not shy about the kind of body horror and things like that. I'm not really much for body horror, but this series definitely does it in more of a sensible way and kind of more of a digestible way, and definitely keeps you engaged with kind of its mystery and this and that. But the art style is absolutely to die for as well. I mean, yeah. I mean, the kind of the art style is very dynamic, gives you this sense of movement, and has these kind of very interpretive lines. It's almost kind of like a brush painting at times. Maybe not too dissimilar from Jujutsu Kaisen in the kind of the way that the lines have movement to them, and almost kind of reminds you of looking at a Japanese like brush painting or something like that. So the art style alone is very cool, and some of the kind of expressions that they have really kind of just takes your breath away at some times. Breathtaking, as Keanu Reeves would say. But yeah, I don't want to reveal too much, but Hell's Paradise is out now on all major platforms, Amazon. I'll have it linked in the description. Go and support my good friend Caleb on his Twitter channel, or Twitter page, I should say. And although I'm not going to show it, there's a cool little bonus in this book that has translator notes. So Caleb is famous for his kind of trivia, manga trivia, and there is a section in the back of the book here dedicated to kind of translation trivia. So it's very cool. Definitely check it out if you're a fan of kind of thriller, suspense, ninjas, supernatural powers, martial arts, all that kind of stuff. Take a look. It is very cool. It'll keep you hooked and keep. I literally went through all the chapters on the Viz Media webpage like in a couple hours. I'm glad I started a little bit late, because I don't know if I'd be able to wait for start on chapter 1 and wait each week and this and that. So I started, I think, when it was on like chapter, I want to say like 60 or something like that. But yeah, there are a substantial number of chapters on the Viz Media Shonen Jump website and app. So definitely check that out. But I implore you to pick up the physical volume. If the design alone, I mean, having these lined up on your shelf, can you imagine? Absolutely beautiful. And the story is absolutely amazing. The characters are really eccentric and really cool. And Caleb has done an amazing job translating this series, so definitely check it out. But with that, you know how we do. Mata yoroshiku!